All right, everyone, welcome back. Grab yourself a glass of water, a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, and let's get ready for this Bible lesson. Today, I want you to open up your Bible to Numbers chapter 1. The title of today's lesson is The Census of Israel's Warriors. Numbers chapter 1, and let's read.
Numbers chapter 1. The Lord spoke to Moses in the tent of meeting in the desert of Sinai on the first day of the second month of the second year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. He said, "Take a census of the whole Israelite community by their clans and families, listing every man by name one by one. You and Aaron are to number by their divisions all the men in Israel, 20 years old or more, who are able to serve in the army. One man from each tribe, each the head of his family, is to help you. These are the names of the men who are to assist you. From Reuben, Elisur son of Shadur. From Simeon, Shalumiel son of Zerushadai. From Judah, Nahshon son of Amminadab. From Issachar, Nethanel son of Zuar. From Zebulun, Eliab son of Helon. From the sons of Joseph, from Ephraim, Elishama son of Ammihud. From Manasseh, Gamaliel son of Pedazur. From Benjamin, Abidan son of Gideoni. From Dan, Ahiezer son of Ahishaddai. From Asher, Pagiel son of Okran. From Gad, Eliasaph son of Deuel. From Naphtali, Ahira son of Enan. These are the men appointed from the community, the leaders of their ancestral tribes. They were the heads of the clans of Israel. Moses and Aaron took these men whose names had been given, and they called the whole community together on the first day of the second month. The people indicated their ancestry by their clans and families, and the men, 20 years old or more, were listed by name, one by one, as the Lord commanded Moses. And so he counted them in the desert of Sinai. From the descendants of Reuben, the firstborn son of Israel, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name, one by one, according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Reuben was 46,500. From the descendants of Simeon, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were counted and listed by name, one by one, according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Simeon was 59,300. From the descendants of Gad, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Gad was 45,650. From the descendants of Judah, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Judah was 74,600. From the descendants of Issachar, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Issachar was 54,400. From the descendants of Zebulun, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Zebulun was 57,400. From the sons of Joseph, from the descendants of Ephraim, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Ephraim was 40,500. From the descendants of Manasseh, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Manasseh was 32,200. From the descendants of Benjamin, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Benjamin was 35,400. From the descendants of Dan, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Benjamin was 62,700. From the descendants of Asher, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Asher was 41,500. From the descendants of Naphtali, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Naphtali was 53,400. These were the men counted by Moses and Aaron and the 12 leaders of Israel, each one representing his family. All the Israelites 20 years old or more who were able to serve in Israel's army were counted according to their families. The total number was 603,550. The families of the tribe of Levi, however, were not counted along with the others. The Lord had said to Moses, "You must not count the tribe of Levi, or include them in the census of the other Israelites. Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge of the tabernacle of the testimony over all its furnishings and everything belonging to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings. They are to take care of it and encamp around it. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the Levites are to take it down, and whenever the tabernacle is to be set up, the Levites shall do it. Anyone else who goes near it shall be put to death. The Israelites are to set up their tents by divisions, each man in his own camp under his own standard. The Levites, however, are to set up their tents around the tabernacle of the testimony so that wrath will not fall on the Israelite community. The Levites are to be responsible for the care of the tabernacle of the testimony." The Israelites did all this just as the Lord commanded Moses.
Now, the last time we were together, we finished up the book of Leviticus and saw plenty of statutes and laws the Lord God gave Moses to give Israel. Now we move into Numbers, which is a continuation of Israel being rescued by God out of Egypt. There were fragments and copies of Numbers found in Cave 2 and Cave 4 where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. Also, when the manuscripts of Numbers were compared to the Hebrew Masoretic text and the Greek Septuagint, it was proven to be a correct book. That was just a little history of the book of Numbers. Now, we will break this lengthy chapter down into 5 parts. Part number 1, because Israel will have to go to war, Moses has to number men for that purpose. We notice this in verses 1 through 3. Then the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tent of meeting on the 1st of the 2nd month in the 2nd year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, "Take a census of all the congregation of the sons of Israel by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names, every male head by head, from 20 years old and upwards. Whoever is able to go to war in Israel, you and Aaron shall number them by their armies." Now, in the time we live in, at least here in North America, the age is 18 when a young man is able to go into the military and prepare for war. Here, the age was 20. We move on to part number 2. There needed to be helpers to get this census done. We see this in verses 4 through 16. "With you, moreover, there shall be a man of each tribe, each one head of his father's household." We're talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, and there's going to be a man from each household. "These then are the names of the men who shall stand with you. Of Reuben, Eleazar, the son of Shador. Of Simeon, Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai. Of Judah, Nashon, the son of Amminadab. Of Issachar, Nathanael, the son of Zuar. Of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon. Of the sons of Joseph, of Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Amminahud. Of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. Of Benjamin, Abadine, the son of Gedionai. Of Dan, Ehazar, the son of Amishadad, or Amishhadai. Of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Akran. Of Gad, Elisaph, the son of Duel. Of Naphtali, Aharah, the son of Anan. These are those who are called of the congregation, the leaders of their fathers' tribes. They were the heads of divisions of Israel." All right, you have to excuse me for that. Sometime pronouncing these guys' names, you get tongue-tied. Now, I want to say something. I want you to keep in mind all of those heads of the households that we just ran about, and I want to say something about each of them because each of their names means something. Going back to Eleazar, it means God is a rock. Shelumiel means at peace with God. Nashon means one who was divine in touch with God. Nathanael means the gift of God. Eliab means my God is Father. The next two are the two sons of Joseph through Ephraim and Manasseh. Elishama means my God is heard. Gamaliel means my God is rewarder. Abadan means my father is judge. Ahazar means brother is helper. Pagiel means event of God. Eliasaph means God adds, and ahara means brother is evil. So just to give you a little background on what each of those guys' names mean. Now we will move on to part 3. This census was done according to obedience to the Lord's word. Look at verses 17 to 19. So Moses and Aaron took these men who had been designated by name, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first of the second month. Then they registered by ancestry in their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, head by head. Just as the Lord had commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. So they did exactly what the Lord said. Part 4, the census results. Okay, we're going to look at this in verses 20 through 46. Okay, let's hang in there and let's get this Lord's word in our ears. Verses 20 through 46, the census results. Now, the sons of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Reuben were 46,500. Of the sons of Simeon, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, their numbered men according to the number of names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Simeon were 59,300. Of the sons of Gad, their generational registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Gad were 45,650. Of the sons of Judah, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upwards, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Judah were 74,600. Of the sons of Issachar, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Issachar were 54,400. Of the sons of Zebulun, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upwards, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Zebulun were 57,400. Of the sons of Joseph, namely of the sons of Ephraim, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Ephraim were 40,500. Of the sons of Manasseh, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Manasseh were 32,200. Of the sons of Benjamin, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Benjamin were 35,400. Of the sons of Dan, their genealogical registration by the families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Dan were 62,700. Of the sons of Asher, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Asher were 41,500. Of the sons of Naphtali, their genealogical registration by their families, by their fathers' households, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, whoever was able to go out to war. Their numbered men of the tribe of Naphtali were 53,400. These are the ones who were numbered, whom Moses and Aaron numbered, with the leaders of Israel, 12 men, each of whom was of his father's household. So all the numbered men of the sons of Israel by their father's household, from 20 years old and upwards, whoever was able to go out to war in Israel, even all the numbered men were 603,550. That was the total number of the census, and they will do this again in chapter 26. Part 5. The Levites were not numbered because they had tabernacle duties. Verses 47 through 54. The Levites, however, were not numbered among them by their fathers' tribes. For the Lord has spoken to Moses, saying, only the tribe of Levi you shall not number, nor shall you take their census among the sons of Israel. But you shall appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony, and over all its furnishings, and over all that belong to it. They shall carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings, and they shall take care of it. They shall also camp around the tabernacle. So when the tabernacle is to set out, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle encamps, the Levites shall set it up. But the layman who comes near shall be put to death. Now, I'm gonna stop right there after verse 51 real quick. This was a command given to the Levites, and all this was for the Levites: the taking down of the camp, the putting up of the camp. All of this was to be done by Levi, because they were the priests. Also, too, they had no inheritance in the land, and they were not numbered in the census to go to war. Picking it back up at verse 52. And the sons of Israel shall camp, each man by his own camp, and each man by his own standard according to their armies. But the Levites shall camp around the tabernacle of the testimony, that there may be no wrath on the congregation of the sons of Israel. So the Levites shall keep charge of the tabernacle of the testimony. In other words, the Levites are going to camp near the near the tabernacle. Thus, the sons of Israel did according to all which the Lord had commanded Moses, so they did. Now that right there is a beautiful thing when you hear that Israel did all that was commanded of the Lord, because we know that that is not always going to be the case. All right, that brings us to the end of Numbers chapter 1. I thank you for joining me as always. Remember, wherever you hear this podcast, give it a comment, a like, or whatever it is over there, so we can keep this thing going, get the word out there. Also, spread the word to your family and your friends. Let them know there's a brother out here who goes through books of the Bible verse by verse. Don't forget about our YouTube page, Bereans Corner. You know you're there when you see the guy with the praying hands. We have videos over there that you can check out as well. Give us like the videos over there, comment, and subscribe over there as well. And as always, I am always praying for you, each and every one of you that takes time out of your morning, afternoon, or evening to listen to me go through the word of God. And I ask you to do the same for me, to pray for me as well, so we can fight the good fight of faith. All right, people, that is all for now. God bless.